Hello everyone, my name is SiC, and welcome back to Factorio, where we are running a world that was started as a real world, but it was then turned into a dev world. So we are on a little island here, and I've been trying to expand my iron smeltery. But I ran into the problem of not having enough land. As you can see right there, I actually only have 9 on this side, I think, or let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, okay, so I have enough on this side. But I don't have enough on this side. I can't place the 10th one. And then I can't go anywhere with this iron ore unless I run it down. Which actually might not be a bad idea. Actually, I might turn this down and then I might go this way and that way. Yeah, that would probably be better. But I still do need a little bit of land to place down the 10th. Because I want my symmetrical stacks. So what we're going to want to do in this episode is make sure that we are creating a little factory that creates landfill for me. I already created some electric mining drills, and I'm going to use those right here, I think. Then I'm just going to run them up in a way to a separate manufacturing facility. So let's place them down like this. And actually we might want to run this down as well, because I want to eventually expand this over to the right. So we're going to run this down. And then we're going to run this off to the right somewhere. For now, at least this is going to change later on, I'm pretty sure. But we're going to place one here. We're going to place one there. We're going to place one there. Right, we're going to connect all of this stuff up by electric poles. Make sure that this runs all the way. And then, of course, we're going to make sure that my mines have electricity as well. Alright. Then of course crap, really? Right, you're going to be placed there, you're going to be placed there. It's not symmetrical, but at this point I am really not going to care. That is just it is a waste of effort there. Alright, let us make 4 iron chests. And in these machines we will make a landfill. Right, so now we're going to just let this run for a little while. It needs quite a bit. It needs 20, I think, to make one piece of landfill. Yeah, it does. So it's going to have to be loaded up. And then it's going to create something. I'm not entirely sure how fast it will be. That will be like a nice little interesting thing to see. So it's almost full. Wow. So it's quite fast at producing the landfill. But it's very slow at being loaded up. So what we could do is actually make some fast inserters, and that will definitely speed up this process. Look at that. Don't know how much faster it is, but it's faster by quite a bit. Alright, so we're just going to leave this running for now. And then we're going to have a look at the steel production, because I'm not entirely sure what I wanted to do with that. Potentially, I wanted to run it off to the left-hand side over here. And I think that is still the best way to go. Alright, so I'm going to turn all of this stuff around and we're going to run it off to the left. Alright, so I created our little system that will run off to the left and the right. I did hook up all of these things to the electricity network as well, so we can get some iron plates going on this side. And we can see how much more iron ore we're going to need to satisfy these 40 smelters. Alright. But meantime, I figured I want to hook this up as well, but there's no room for my electricity network. So I figured I'd look down here and see how much we have produced. We have produced 20, which means we have 20 here, probably. Well, not quite. Not quite an even number, but this will do for now. Alright, so let us see. We are going to make this a little bit smaller. Like the smallest it can be. And then we will fill up a little bit of land, like so. This should be enough. Or actually, yeah, it should be enough. This is going to work. Right, so we're going to place this in the row where it belongs with the rest of his buddies. And then we're going to hook all of this up to the electricity network and make sure they have a supply of raw materials to work with. Alright, so now that this is done, let's see. Yeah, let's run this up like so. because all of this iron is going to be used for steel. And I think what I want to do is, let's see, we're going to need at least 10 of these stone furnaces, I think. For now, we might want to expand on this later on as well. But for now, this will do, just to see how it's going to work. And bullet damage 2 has been researched. I did research something else in the meantime as well, which is, let's see, at the bottom of the list there. I researched advanced material processing, which unlocked the steel furnaces, which we can craft using steel plates and stone bricks, hence my need for steel plates right now. Right, so what will we research next? I think military 2 might be okay. This will allow us to make military science pack 2. Ooh. We need a piercing rounds magazine, a grenade, and a gun turret to make military science packs. Wow. That's quite... because we need, let's see, 1 regular firearm magazine, a steel plate, and 5 copper plates to make 1 piercing rounds magazine. We need 5 iron plates and 10 coal for 1 grenade. And we need a gun turret. And a gun turret also takes plates, I think. Yeah, quite expensive. But let's see. I think what we're going to need is we're going to need gun turrets for sure. Well, we already researched that. We might need damage as well. But first maybe engines. Let's go for engines. Right, so we could actually, potentially, move this up like that. Stay parallel, basically. I'm not sure how well that is going to work out for us later on, because I might want to put a splitter on this belt as well. And in that case, it wouldn't work out so well. Maybe we don't need a splitter though. Maybe all of this iron is going to be used up. So let's see how this is going to go. Alright, so I finished up my little setup. And let's see, we have this thing not working. So I created some long-handed inserters so we can actually have some coal as well. We might need more coal from now on, because we are going to have a lot of this being produced. Looks like this side, entire side, oh yeah. We have nowhere near enough iron ore. Interesting. Alright. We do need to be a little bit careful, and I do need to make a beeline for the research that allows us to build trains. So for now I'm going to limit all of these iron chests, because I don't want to overuse my iron until we get a steady supply of more. Let us see. A little bit like this for everyone. So basically each little chest can hold up to 200 steel plates. You need about 10 steel plates or 10 iron plates to make 1 steel plate, I think. So that is quite a lot of iron that we're going to use, because this is our only supply of iron on the island, and we need to make sure that we can make engines, so we can create a train, and then the train can go up over here to the iron ore of 1.9 million. We have 185k down here, so if we could secure this piece of land right there, that would be very powerful. Alternatively, we could secure this one, which is 4.7 million, or this one, which is 5.4 million, and we could actually expand in this direction. But then we would also need to clear out all of these bases. For this, we would only need to take care of this little building, or this little spawner, I think. And yeah, I'm not entirely sure yet. Let us see, what else can we do? Military 2, yeah, we will need this, I think. So, yeah. I think what we are going to do is we're going to have to create some engines using the steel plates. And I'm not entirely sure if I researched them already. I did get the pump and we need an engine unit, so yeah, we can make engines. There it is, right there. So we need 1 steel plate, 1 iron gear wheel, and 2 pipes. Now what we could do is run this further down and make sure we can use it for pipes as well. Then we can run it down onto another offshoot of our iron gear wheel production. That would take care of the iron gear wheels and the pipes. Then we could have the steel plates, since they're up there, we could run them down as well, somewhere. Potentially somewhere in the middle area, maybe, I don't know. Also, we're going to need gates. It's pretty easy research, or actually, yeah, electric energy distribution 1 will allow us a little bit more flexibility when it comes to planning out our base. Definitely want that. Alright, so we are going to need, let's see, 2 assembling machine 2s. We will also need several regular assembling machines. And now I'm not entirely sure. I think what we will do is we will make iron or the pipes on this side and run it off or up, if that works out for us, and I think it will, but you know, never say never. Or, let's see, there we go. Yeah, this will work nicely. So let's run this shit down. There we go. Then I'm not entirely sure where I want to go with the plate or with the pipes. I think up here will be okay. Yeah, that will work fine. Let's just move it up like that. Go off to the left. We will need some underground belts. We will also need some iron plates first. Let's see. Some splitters will be nice. You're going to go down this way. You're going to come up here. We're going to get our splitter. That is going to run off on this side. And I think what I want to do here is find a way for this stuff to come in on both sides. So let's see. Right, yeah, I know what I'm going to do. Like so. And then we're going to have another underground belt running underneath like that, and we're going to run that up. Let's see, let's turn it around. Let's turn this in this direction. Belt spaghetti. Alright, so this is going to make regular pipes. We're going to hook this up, and I'm just going to finish setting this up. Alright, now this little system is running, and it's going to be fine. I put a splitter in here as well, so we can have double-sided pipes. Doesn't really matter, because it's only going to be a very short amount of distance, so I don't really care if this one doesn't get included in it. But then what we're going to need is we're going to place these things down like so, and I guess these can come up. Ah, right, and I remember now, we need steel as well. The steel is going to be not so much of an issue, I think. It will be fine. It does mean we need to place these further down a little bit. We will have another belt coming in like so. Then we will have these guys positioned right there. We will have 2 long-handed inserters. So let's make sure that they can grab from there. These guys can grab from here. These guys are going to go there. And we have 2 wooden chests, so I might as well use them. Or we didn't have them yet, but I had enough materials to make 2. We're going to limit this to 1 for now. And then we are going to make sure that this stuff runs down in this direction. Let's see. I'm going to need 1 spacing. And then we're going to go from there, down there. Like so. And we can have this stuff hooked up like so, I guess. But then we still need a connection somewhere else. And I guess that place will do it just fine. Right, so. Engines. Alright, I think we have quite a good looking base. This stuff doesn't really need to go anywhere for now, but we could still expand upon this by going up. If we do need to make it for robots and other things like that. But for now, we can manually craft some trains. I don't really care. This will be fine. We also don't need so many pipes. We also don't need a huge amount of extra iron gear wheels this way. So I'm quite content. Oh yeah, we need steel. I didn't hook up the steel. That was dumb. Alright. So, we need one last little bit of power. And we could, if while we're at it, put in a splitter here. Let's place it down right there and make sure both sides of this belt are being utilized fully. Because there's nothing else going to be, or there's not going to be anything else on this belt anyway. So we might as well use both sides of it. Now these are both working. We still have enough electricity, and I did change the electricity system a little bit as well. And you can see that if I zoom in right here. It looked like, you know, once I hooked up 3 extras on the end there, the first ones for some inexplicable reason didn't seem to be getting enough steam, which is very weird because they're the ones hooked up directly to the steam engines. So what I then did is I made some underground pipes to go on this side, and then I inserted basically the steam from both sides, and this way they all seem to be functioning perfectly. So I could maybe put 3 more, but then we have the copper field, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep expanding this down in a similar fashion, I think. Alright, so our factory is looking pretty good. We have some production of these things. I can't open it from here. Looks like we don't have enough production of stone to use all of these guys, but we have quite a bit of landfill stored up already, and we are still going to need it, of course, because we will most likely have our first little expedition off to the north. Which means we might build some trains up here in this area. Maybe. We're not quite there yet, because we still need to research rails as well, I think. And we need to research trains and other things like that, I believe. Let's see, we are currently researching electric energy distribution, but yeah, we need railways, which are still unavailable, because we need logistics too. Alright, so I guess that's what we're going to research next. But this is it for the 3rd episode, so please leave a like and a comment below if you enjoyed this content and want to see more. And I'll see you guys for whatever video I do next.